twilight of the gods nears. Brother will kill brother. Families will be sundered by murder. 4 ages are afoot. An axe age, a sword age, where shields are cloven. A wind age, a wolf age, where the world falls. No one shall be spared.
Welcome to Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion RPG podcast. Prepare for adventure.
Hey guys, Jim here from Creative Playing Podcast Network. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up. We've actually made a Kickstarter to help make the podcast a little better, pick us up some new audio and a little video equipment, and if our Kickstarter goes really well, we're actually going to be getting digital artwork equipment, so that way we can make a webcomic on the Creative Playing Podcast Network website, so that way we can make a few more things to help make the podcast just a little bit better, a little bit more fun. Hope you guys get a chance to check out Kickstarter, and it's going to be called Help Creative Playing Podcast Make Upgrades for Season 2. Alright guys, like always, thank you for listening and thank you for any support you can provide. If you can't help us out monetarily speaking, by all means please help us by sharing the word. And if you've got any friends that like gaming out there, conventions, anything along those lines, even if they want to just see some things, just let them know about our Kickstarter, and hopefully by word of mouth, by the end of September, we can go ahead and get this launched. Alright guys, thank you very much.
Hi everybody, welcome to Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion Hero to Ragnarok story. When last we met, headed into the
folkmoot! The reception.
For the
folkmoot.
Okay, so since we haven't done it in a couple episodes, let's go around the table. Everyone introduce yourself and your character.
My name is Daniel. I play Kane Stoltzen.
I'm Scion of
Vidar.
I'm Trevor, and I play Simon Frost Ulerson, and I'm a Scion of Uller.
I'm Kerrie, and I play Thora Thorson, but actually Thora Donnerly Thorson. I got married. And I play I already said
You're Scion of.
Scion of Thor, which is kind of obvious from the name.
Thora
Just
Thorson.
it's a little overdone on the Thorson now. But what can I say? I married a man named Thorson.
And it's like, that's okay, it's Thor. He's very heavy-handed.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Kellie. I play Trixie Lockhart, the Scion of Loki.
Hi, I'm Sandy, and I play Brynhilda Nordson, and I am a Scion of Nord.
There's stories from the Dark Farm.
From the dark side of the forest.
Something.
Of course.
Of course.
Well, that's an inside joke, so our listeners.
Anyone who's in Tucson, Arizona, really should go to the Gaslight Theater because for the melodrama fun.
Yep.
Yay!
Because their Star Wars show was awesome.
Oh yeah,
Space Wars.
Space Wars.
May the
Space
farce
Wars.
be with you because it was funny.
And I'm Jim, the storyteller. And by the way, from her Dark Side of the Farm thing, I was going to say something nasty in the woods.
Woodshed.
Yeah.
Saw something nasty
In the woodshed.
Okay.
Sure, it was the woodshed. You should wasn't the potting shed or the.
So as you guys are down, the reception doors open up, and there's a beautiful, beautiful reception hall with some tables with various foods of different sorts, and you're noticing a large menagerie of folks. You're seeing some dark elves, tall, lengthy, beautiful, built, but skin pitch black as coal. You
Cool.
see some.
First time we've ever met dark
You see
elves.
some light elves, basically very.
Do they have white hair?
No, the
dark
elves do not.
Okay,
They're not drow.
Hey, also the dark elves from Thor New
Svartalf.
Dark World.
Yeah.
The
Svartalf.
Svartalfheim. Yeah, they had the white hair too. So.
And then you see some light elves, basically very, very classic elvish, tall, long, clean hair. You know,
Very Tolkien.
Very, actually, most of them are very business suit or casual suit-ish, you notice in their garb.
It looks.
Yes, but looks-wise, very Tolkien. You notice that there's some frost giants milling about. There's a very beautiful frost giantess that has, four men, the one you met in the elevator, is basically hanging out with her, and they're basically all
What's
talking.
she wearing?
That's
She's
his
wearing
Stilgy.
this very beautiful blue and white evening dress that just drags off the ground.
Okay, good. So I'm not the only one that's really, really dressed to the nines.
Her hair beautifully braided over one shoulder. She literally looks like at any moment you'll see her singing "Let It Go."
I was about to say, I was like, yeah.
Okay.
And bonus points for Frost if you go up to her, kiss her hand, and say, "The cold never bothered me anyway."
No, I'm already taken.
Oh, good for you.
It's been almost 2 years, guys. Let it go.
Yeah, really.
Quite seriously.
And you notice that there's also another group of frost giants that just seems to be a gentleman seems to be talking to two frost giantesses whose backs are turned. They're at one of the tables critiquing the champagne glasses. You can't really see their faces.
Okay.
But their hair, they've got elegant little crowns on their neck from their cloaks they're wearing. They look very regal. And you also have a large frost giantess is talking to basically the two women. There's a frost giantess talking that's facing you that you don't recognize.
Okay. So I don't see the one I'm thinking it was.
Okay.
Okay.
As you guys step in, a human gentleman pounds a little scepter on the table and announces you
Wait,
as
human? You said no humans are
he's
allowed.
human. He's basically someone's butt monkey, but he's the steward. And he announces, and he basically looks at you. Who are you?
It's like Mr. Lyceum
Contingent.
Lysmith.
The Lycean contingent.
Yeah. Sorry, the geek in me, you know.
Basically, he's wanting your name.
It's like Trixie Lockhart and Company.
He pounds his staff. Trixie Lockhart and Company for a Mr. Loki Lysmith.
Lyceum.
And everyone kind of turns around. They politely golf clap as you enter.
Hey, I look fabulous. I am wearing a gold beaded dress. We're talking a la Mackie, very sexy, slinky, and I look fabulous with my sparkly earrings.
And yes, your jewelry is glowing. And pretty much at that very
I
moment
strike quite the
when
figure.
Trixie
with
lets her
my-
hair flutter, the two frost giantesses turn their backs from their backs to you to their faces, and they lock eyes with your group.
Good! I brought the right thing!
And you immediately recognize them as Flada and
Felda and Amalia.
Exactly, your frost giant friends from Iceland.
Which one was the
And I
young one?
smile
The one
really
that
big.
attended my wedding?
That was
Felda.
Falda. Sorry, Falda.
Felda.
And I smile very big.
As they're kind of, and they both give kind of a slack jaw, huh? As they see you all walking in.
I guess they weren't expecting that.
They're expecting Loki's group. They didn't know
We are
this
Loki's
was
group.
Loki's group. As they politely golf clap.
They didn't realize they didn't realize I was a scion of Loki.
Well, they didn't know Loki was sending a Scion to a party full of Titan spawn.
Okay.
As quite a few people turn around and you see like hands
We've
going
been
to.
friends with Titan Spawn.
We have quite a few.
Yeah. You've slept with the enemy.
Well,
As I look
one
at Frost.
person slept with the enemy.
Okay, and then all of a sudden, stepping beside them, you see Lucius. He's wearing.
Really?
Yes, he's wearing a very nice cut modern day suit. Looks like it was made by the house tailor as well. As he's basically excuses himself from the ladies, gives a nice regal bow, and kind of walks your guys' direction. Kind of smiles at you and kind of gives Kane the double look.
You cut a nice figure, Kane. Don't worry. You look fabulous.
As he proceeds to walk by and grab a drink from one of the platters and comes up to you with another drink and offers you a champagne. He says, "Welcome to the party."
Thank you. I take it, but I'm not going to drink it.
Okay, he clinks glasses.
It's like, so, and then I'm going to say, quietly, so, that little problem on the boat.
Oh, the boat thing's been taken care of. The captain was apparently under the weather and he flew home to be with his family.
No, that's not the one I mean.
Oh, the goblet problem? That was taken care of.
Oh yes, but I specifically requested that a certain gentleman pay.
Oh, don't worry. All bills are coming accounted there.
Was it uncomfortable?
I personally don't know yet, but I'm assuming very, very uncomfortable.
Thank you.
And pretty much just about that moment, as he clinks glasses with you, he casts his gaze across the room, and you see some of the partygoers picking up throwing axes that are in this stump.
Oh my
wheels.
god.
And there's a spitting
That's
figure
so...
on a wheel. And you see one of the...
Now, he was an ass, but does he deserve that?
You see one of the dark elves laughing, takes a swig of the drink, and flicks the axe, missing.
Oh my
this
god!
human that you now recognize, who just is...
You know Bryn's gonna go
He's
and take
got
her,
He's got a choke ball in his mouth, choke gag, so he can't make much noise, but he's swimming around with tears streaming in every direction of his eyes.
You, Missy!
As you can
She's
see,
gonna want to take a turn.
you can see a couple of these axes, and of course the axes have red or blue ribbons tied to them to tell whose is who, have already kind of had some close calls with his body, because there's like an axe barely kissing into one of his ribs, bleeding in this weird color. You know, you remember the old painting thing where you spin the paper and drop the paint?
Yeah.
There's kind of blood stains that look just like those, dripping off
If
these
this was Dresden,
wounds.
it would be totally pulling on your aspects.
As this night elf, this dark elf just drinks, night elf, and
Night
licks
elf.
the axe again, missing, and everyone's cheering and slapping him on the back, saying, "You're drunk! Go home, elf, you're drunk!"
Go home, you're drunk.
It's like, well, that's
wanna
not what I
release him.
expected.
Okay, actually,
Well,
I want to release.
I decided to bring a present for our hostesses, and I figured 2 birds, 1 stone.
What's Bryn say to this?
Wow, you're pretty dark.
Dark.
I was
You're
actually
cold.
honestly expected her to go over and wait in line.
Wait. I'm the one who has the frost purview,
Yeah.
but she has a heart of ice.
It's like, but we can't.
She has a
do
frost
it.
purview,
Okay,
too.
just remember, guys, we can't do anything about
No,
this.
we can't.
I'm assuming that out of character,
Well, we
that
could
if
kill
we
him.
to try, if you could try and put him out, if
Put
you
him
out of his misery.
misery.
Yeah.
Okay, because they're just playing with him right now.
He's
But-
entertainment.
Yeah. So
You don't want to know what's been done to him already.
yeah. So it's like if we tried to free him, I think that would probably be
Frowned
considered
upon.
Yeah.
Who did
Unless
you-
you're going to do a better game.
I
Who,
don't want
who
Yeah,
gifted him
let's-
to the...
Yeah,
Let's
maybe
find-
we have a better game.
Let's find a better
Lucius,
I know
Yeah.
let's play heads up.
Yeah, Lucius
He
said
gifted it
he'd,
to the host.
he gifted him
We
to the
can't.
host.
I'll go to the
Yeah.
hostesses.
You're going to
Yeah.
go to the hostesses?
Okay.
Well,
so you-
actually, I'll go with you because I want
Well,
to
we
give
do
you my
have to.
flowers.
We do have to present our
Oh,
gifts,
wait.
actually.
Yes, we have to.
Okay. So basically, Kane and
I'm
Thora's
going-
following
And
Kane,
I'm going up. I
and
have
he
gifts too.
Lucius basically toasts you again and says, "Have fun meeting our hostesses. From the discussion I've just had, I think you've met them before.
Oh, we've met.
We exchanged histories.
Uh-huh.
Cheers." And he pretty much will just stop and watch you guys walk over there to them.
Bryn's watching the entertainment.
Does he
Okay.
recognize? Does he see Bryn?
He doesn't see anything other than
No,
axes
he's-
flying
yeah,
at him.
Yeah.
He's trying to close his eyes. Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
Because all you see of him make
Let
this
me
muffled
die.
screaming tears and then thud, then he opens his eyes, trying to scream.
We know their names, right? Like, or is it
We know Falda's name.
You know
don't we?
Folda's
Folda's
name, yeah.
I don't know.
Falda? I have, I
Okay.
have love flowers for you and your sister.
What does Folda say?
If,
Summon your ice giantess.
apparently they weren't expecting
Let's
us,
see.
so.
Oh, sister, look who's here.
Well, if that's not a surprise, you play her better.
No, you play her better. You
You-
voice it better.
No,
Okay.
because Trixie's about to. You and
You,
You're
Jim,
about-
Jim, you play Falda really
You have
well.
to play her
Okay, I
because
will play
Trixie and I
Falda
are
for you.
about.
Sister, look who's here.
Oh, what a surprise. The blushing bride.
Oh.
I haven't seen you since the wedding. Here you go, some lovely flowers.
And she
For you
takes
both.
she takes the flowers graciously from you and she bows her head in her shirt. And And Fola puts the flowers in her arm facing her sister, and you can see she almost shakes the flowers towards her sister.
Apparently, they have ice giants have allergies.
And then she strokes the flowers in the direction of her sister, who seems to be having a reaction to the flowers, and says,
Oh, I apologize.
"These blossoms are lovely."
It's like, Kane, you want to give the harpies? Or shall I?
Go ahead.
Okay. I'll go next then.
Oh, presents. I love presents.
Although maybe you should
It's
go
always
before
polite to
I
give
give
hostess
my
gift.
last gift.
Okay.
Well, we're going to see.
So Kane, what do you do when you walk
Actually,
up there?
I think
Since you were
Paul will.
you were heading that direction first, so you're the first one.
What would be the cost for the entertainment?
Oh, if you have another toy to replace this one. Many of our guests don't get to openly enjoy themselves in town since they're here to behave, so Lucius was happy to provide us this gift, saying that, said that the Scions wanted him to feel much pain. You sound more like our kind of people than, the type that serve the gods.
I have a feeling that Lucius misinterpreted our intentions.
We do.
But that's okay. We probably didn't explain ourselves correctly.
She's looking straight at me. True. Okay.
You can have him once we're done if the beasts don't want what's left. But did I hear of more gifts?
Yes, you did. Speaking of beasts, I present you each a happy talon.
Oh,
Oh, how lovely.
Yeah,
my, this will suit.
we thought they would suit you.
Hey,
and then, hey, I'm being totally polite.
Yeah.
It's like a
No,
rare
no,
gift for
no.
such rare creatures.
Oh.
And then I'm also, but Falda, I have I just have a small token for you. And I'm going to give her the chafing dish.
And she takes the chafing dish and opens it, and you just see this one eyebrow spike up on her
I
forehead.
think she'll
Yes, if for
And-
those of you who don't
What has
remember,
she
it's a
given
heart
you?
that's been minced.
She's giving us another heart for the moon calf.
And it's minced again. It's just a subtle jibe.
So, wherever did you place the moon calf so we could put such a gift into it?
Oh, never you mind that.
And she looks at you. Look beautiful tonight.
Well, thank you, so do you, my lovely.
And thank you for both of the gifts, but are you sure that you would like to be 2 nails short of a full collection?
Ooh! I'm good, thank you.
Excellent. And she turns around and puts, the flowers in the talon. She'll take the pound from her sister.
Yes, there you go.
Puts it on the gift table, and she takes the dish, takes the lid off, and places it on the floor under the table, and you see her wolf come sauntering out from behind where it was behind one of the curtains and enjoys your gift immensely. And she says, thank you. And you just get this grudgingly look from her Fenris wolf that it just, in one bite, wolfs the whole thing down.
Well, he got to eat the other one, too.
You say, would you prefer Kataya?
And you almost see the back leg kind of lift.
I'm gonna actually, she's gonna laugh and smile at him wholeheartedly for that. I'm like, I like you.
And then a little while later, you see the door opens again. The steward talks to the gentlemen that arrive wearing basically large trench coats with the hoods pulled way up so you can barely see the little heads popping
He'll have
out.
to deal with the human.
And the steward stomps his staff. Now presenting Scorvas, the 23rd son of the King of Dwarves.
Ah.
And they pretty much take off their cloaks and toss them roughly back out the doors closing. And you see these dwarves, they're wearing overalls and jumpsuits. They got, so some nice jewelry out there they're blinging, but they're wearing really functional work clothes and kind of scruffy looking. One's got grease in the end of his beard for looks like doing some auto work.
Really?
Yeah, really
I'd be impressed
rough
with the jewelry, though. Speaking as a jewelry designer and manufacturer, it's like...
And pretty much they do this whole, they in unison, all 5 of them look from one end of the room, decant their views all the way across the room and back to this side, and you can tell that they start mumbling amongst each other. They're appraising the value of everything they're seeing. They're basically casing the joint of what's worth what in this room. Okay, and you notice the dwarf kind of lingers at your jewelry when he sees you all blinged up with your glowy bling bling.
You're sparkling.
I'm gonna just wink at him.
Oh. And your hostesses look and go, "Oh, sister, the dwarves are here."
Oh dear, aren't they just so cute?
I wonder which one I'll take to my chambers tonight.
Well, why not take two? They're small.
I love you, sister. And she pats her sister on the shoulder.
I love you too. At times.
This was the perfect choice.
And pretty much at that moment, the steward then raps 3 times quickly on his staff. All guests are in attendance that have arrived. Please begin the reception. Sister, shall we explain what's going to happen today?
Oh, by all means, sister, you go right ahead. You know you love to talk.
And she looks down at Trixie and says, Trixie, please stand at our side. You're so beautiful. You would compliment our gowns amazingly. And she invites you to her side. She does that sisterly arm hold where she pulls you in.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm not uncomfortable, no.
So, all guests.
Although, you know, she and I, if it had been under different circumstances, you know that we would have been friends.
Between us.
She is to this side.
Okay.
As she turns around and she says, Trixie, would you please give me back the dish that your heart was in? Oh, guests, I thank you all for arriving from your various groups. You all know why you're here, and you're knowing what you're here to bid for. And she gestures her Trixie for the decanter. And
Chafing dish.
The chafing dish, sorry. And she waves a hand over the chafing dish, and an illusion of a large... The chafing dish turns into an illusion of a large heart shaped like blue quartz that wafts around in a slow circle above her hand, almost like a hologram.
Okay, so can I run
A cult?
call so that I can know what this is? Because I technically don't know, remember?
You technically don't know. I like how she said technically. You mean in character you don't know at all?
Character. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5? Okay, you believe that this is an obscure magical item referenced for something to do with the Hammer of Winter that will blot the world out in 3 years of winter.
Oh, great. That's one of the things of Ragnarok.
Frost Hammer, Winter Hammer, something like that.
Great. If these bitches have it, then it's winter.
You all know why we're
They're
here.
selling it.
That's true. Actually.
We acquired this relic and we're going to use it for interesting purposes. But unfortunately, our dear friend here, Trixie, caused us to lose the moon calf. And she knows where it is, but she's not telling.
Oh, you bitch! Oh,
Kellie, technically you don't know where
Actually,
it
I don't know where it is. That's like, it's like, just as a point of reference, technically, I don't.
But you're
know
not
where
going
it
to
is.
say who knows.
Oh, technicalities, you silly child of Loki. And she's saying this out to everyone.
You bitch.
My dear, dear friend cost us that prize that we were trying to use the Heart of Winter in it to see if it did anything at all. Though we know each of your factions would like to have such a powerful relic for various reasons. I don't know what those would be, but I'm sure each of you in your own special way could find something to do with it. We would, of course, use it as something to put on the shelf in the trophy room.
Right.
But does one really need more baubles?
Well, yes, we could use a few more, but I don't think this one.
This one is a little too gauche for our taste. It hits a little, and she puts a hand to her breast. It's a little too close to home. So we are here to auction this powerful relic off to the highest bidder. We are having this beautiful folkmoot with our friends, old, and she squeezes Trixie's arm, and new, to see who would like to outbid who for this relic. Now, you must understand, while festivities are going on, that this is a folkmoot, and violence will not be accepted of any kind towards the other guests.
True, true.
Note that I said guests.
Yes.
As long as it doesn't interrupt the proceedings, all mortals in the vicinity are fair. And we have provided security in the form of the company that provided the werewolves for us with their Fenrir wolf helpers. Hopefully none of them get too rambunctious in their job, because they seem to be very interested in doing their duty. Trixie, did I hear correctly in that you had a issue with one of the earlier guards?
Oh,
Like
no,
created
I think it was, they had the issue.
I hope the unruly guard was punished appropriately for gesturing rudely at you.
Well, I don't know, but yeah, he's sniffing too close.
Oh, those beasts. They can be fun to ride, but that's about all. Unfortunately, you hear a little whimper from her own wolf from the background, like, et tu,
Right.
Froste.
It's like, really? You had to go there.
So in the meantime, please enjoy all that we provide. If there's any other entertainment you would like, I'm sure guests would be willing to enjoy entertainment of all sorts, since it is so rarely that so many from the 9 worlds come together and get to mingle together.
Yeah.
My dear Thora, did you bring your pet mortal?
Of course not. And he's no pet. He's my husband, as you well know. You attended the wedding. I seem to see you go off with a few mortals yourself.
They are enjoyable from time to time. The mortal I was enjoying at the wedding was very, very enjoyable.
Yeah, you're bad.
Unfortunately, I left him a little worse for the wear when I separated from him. But
That's your problem.
he's tried contacting me a few times. I'll see about seeing him next time I come around. And she kind of looks over towards Bryn and says, after all, he did propose.
Oh my god, she could be your stepmom.
You make it sound like that's not a common thing for him.
I was going to say, I was like, might serve him right.
But the ice
He's a little on the ooky side, just
the
saying.
ice he offered me wasn't sufficient. I told him to go get frosted. So all of you, sister, am I correct in saying we want to wish you all the best of times?
Oh, yes, yes.
Please enjoy this evening. The dwarves are here. Look how lovely they are. The Scions, the children of gods coming to meet with us. How beautiful and wonderful. And she squeezes Trixie's arm again. Little cold seeping into your arm when she's got you arm in arm.
Yeah, because I'm a frost giant. Or I'm descended from fire giants, so
Uh-huh.
it's like, yeah, I
And-
have no immunity to cold.
And even the frost giants over there trying to stay away from us, and you notice them over in the corner by the door where you guys couldn't see from your angle, there's this very sullen frost giant leaning against the wall, doing the whole, I'm bored, I don't want to be here, I want to kill something. Wearing, it looks like some kind of leather garb that looks like something between a mix between something you would have seen in Xena Warrior Princess, armor-wise, or biker gear. Somewhere in between there, because there's like some black stone spikes
So
mixed
which
in there.
which contingency is he from?
He's with Lucius. When you basically asked your hostess that. She was
The frost giant.
He's one of Lucius's plus ones.
So it's a fire giant, not a frost giant.
It's a fire giant.
A
yes.
fire giant.
Oh, I
It's
thought
a
you said
fire-
it was a
Because
frost
we're
giant.
it's a fire giant.
We're from. Oh, my sister, things are warming up here.
Or it's the dwarves. It could always be the dwarves.
True. I don't know how
Okay.
you stand them.
Let's.
Okay, and basically she releases your arm, Trixie, to go on your way, and she hands you back your dish.
Yeah, I just put it on the table.
And basically, some music comes on, some dancing breaks out, some traditional folklandish music pops off. Then there's some rock and roll music, and then all of a
Quite
sudden,
an eclectic.
yes, the one dark elf that's playing the music. Get a little DJ dark elf.
Right.
All of a sudden, you see him snicker, puts his little headphone on, and all of a sudden. Let It Go plays.
Let it
And
go.
basically,
Let it go.
the three frost giant ladies that are there.
And snow.
Let it go. Let it go. No, we gotta stop.
Ullr's wife gets with the ladies and they're discussing things, and literally all three of them roll their eyes and look to the ground, and you literally see three of the frost giant gentlemen earlier snickering, knuckle bumping over by the DJ's booth when the music's playing. You can see that they purposely enjoy doing it again because pretty much every frost giant woman hates that song.
Yeah.
I can totally see why.
Okay.
I give the DJ a high five.
Okay, you go over and high five the DJ, and what do you say, Trevor?
Because he's Frost.
Say the line. Say the line, Trevor. What's the last line of that song?
The cold
Never bothered me anyway.
I don't know that.
Would have been killer party bonus if you would have gotten points for that.
Yeah. I say, cool man, cool.
That song was chill. Okay, so what do you guys do during the party? It's a meet and greet mingle, you know. Granted,
Well, we still have the issue of the human, so unless someone has come up with an idea, maybe we should just kill him.
and pretty much dwarves are like, axe throw! One of the dwarf goes up
50 points if you can get limb first.
one of the dwarves grabs one of the axes out of the stump, judges its weight, flips it in the air and catches it in his other hand, then grabs the other axe and says, 2 for 1!
Oh.
And he basically says, brothers, I think I can take both the soles off his shoes in one throw! And of course, he hasn't drank yet, so he's a little sober, so he's doing the gauge thing. He's gauging his shot multiple times. And then he leans back, and as he's about to throw, one of his brothers slaps him on the back, but he manages to throw both of his axes.
Oh no.
And peels. The axes hit so close to the shoes, they peel the heels off his shoes. And as he continues turning, shoe heels go flop flop on the floor. And all the dwarves start cheering and patting him on the back.
So wait, what? Well,
Run it
how
by
does it
him?
look like he's bound? to
It's
the wheel?
a round
Okay,
wheel.
First of all, Trevor, remember, they said specifically that the only way is if you replace it with a different game.
Something
Well, if
just
I
as much fun.
accidentally break something,
Well,
fun.
They'll just put him back up again.
Trevor, it's on a wheel that's slightly tilted, so it's on some kind of stand behind that the wheel's covering. There's holes in the wooden board with ropes going through holding his hands in place.
And his legs.
And he's basically spread eagle. And he's already got
Think the Da Vinci symbol?
and he's got like an axe on both sides that have just slightly gone between his ribs, causing little rivulets of blood to like go out in different star patterns.
It's against the wall.
It's actually just off the wall, whatever the stand looks like that's holding it up.
But it's
Because it's
a
a
wall
gear
to its
spin.
back.
Yeah, there's a wall to its back, about 2 feet behind it. And he's basically, and every now and then somebody will come up and spin it a little faster or slower.
So, anyone have a new game?
It's like, do I...
I'll make my way over to the wheel.
Okay.
I could put him out of his misery.
As long as he doesn't harm
I'm
one
gonna
of the
give
other
it a
people.
spin.
Okay, you're going to go up there and spin it?
I'm going to try and break it.
Okay, go ahead. Now, how are you going to try to break it while pretending to spin?
I'm going to spin it just as hard as I can.
Okay. Go ahead, but you're trying to make it look like you're not breaking it, right?
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah.
accelerating the spin.
Wait,
So,
actually, what if I just got rid by pulling out my neck?
No.
what skill combination are you going to go for in a way that implies the lie in your actions? Because just going up and spinning it to break it looks like you're spinning up to break it. What combination of skills are you going to go to make it look like you're not trying to break it? Like a wits and athletics, to say you're using your wits?
Manipulation?
Well, manipulation's like personal.
I'm going to make a show of it. I'm going to use my charisma.
You're going to make... Oh, okay. So...
It's like, hey, I'll give it a spin. Watch this.
Okay, so what do you say as you go up and spin it?
This definitely isn't working. It needs to be going much, much faster.
And the door's like, ah, ha, ha, ha. Nope.
Poor guy on the wheel's gonna be blowing chunks.
Okay,
Of this.
so go ahead and
Trust
give
me.
me
if
a
that's
strength
the,
and
if
athletics.
that's the only problem he has. That is
Now,
like,
exactly
Yes,
what way are you
yes,
trying to break it? Because are you trying to just break it off its hinge so it falls down? falls down and squishes him,
No,
falls
then
and
he
rolls
could just
off.
Falls and rolls off.
roll him
Okay.
out the door.
Well, the door's closed, Mom.
Oh.
This place
Yeah,
is
what are you
locked.
talking
Since the
about?
last guest got here, the
It's a
doors are
lock
locked.
in.
This is so no mortals stumble in there and become, games.
Games.
Pull off one of their arms and see how long they
4,
last.
5, 7.
Okay, you easily break it, so describe what you're doing.
Okay, I'm just gonna reach up as high up on the wheel as I can
Okay?
and spin it down as keeping a grip on it as hard as I can and step out of the way.
Okay, so you are breaking it. Describe how it's breaking.
Just spinning it off the off its axle
Okay?
to hit the ground and hopefully roll out.
So you're letting this thing roll amok, basically?
Yeah.
Because remember, you're locked in a enclosed room.
Oh dear.
So we now have this wheel with this guy attached rolling across the room. As one of the dwarves go, "Oh, get him!" And he pulls one of the axes out and he's going to throw for the rolling wheel.
Oh dear.
Is this dwarf drunk?
This dwarf is not... The dwarves just showed up. Nobody's really gotten them intoxicated yet.
Heck,
they
we
could-
haven't even started drinking yet.
Well, they could have chosen it.
Well,
Crap.
Wow. I got
Wow.
2 10s.
and 2 7s.
And 2 7s. This dwarf flicks out his axe in such a way that it actually hits... It doesn't hit the guy, but it hits the wheel and knocks the wheel down flat on the opposite side. So it stops it. Literally, it goes on the ground, and you just hear the first guy screaming that's tied to it because the impact of this 300-pound wooden wheel slamming down hurts a lot.
Is it on top of him?
No,
or
no,
did he
it
fall on-
landed backwards.
Okay.
If it landed forward, it would be more than painful. It would be
Yeah.
there would be a red paste.
Hey, at least it'll be over fast.
I did it! I stuffed it! Okay, so what do the rest of you guys do? Are you mingling? Are you commingling?
I'm mingling.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm walking around. Bryn's walking around.
Okay,
She's,
Bryn, a frost giantess is making a beeline to walk to you, and she grabs the drink. Not so gently off one of the display tables to the point of you see the drink starting to rim with with ice.
frost.
Oh dear. Which one? Which one?
The one that
was
you don't
with the guy?
recognize. The one that was with that
guy
was
that-
talking to the sisters.
The one
Not
with-
the one with the entourage. The one that was
Not the
talking
one
to
that we with the guy that we met.
Not
in the
Harold,
elevator.
no.
that's the one with the entourage, not that one. This is the
Is
one
this-
that was talking to the
'cause
sisters and had her face towards
that
you guys
one
and you
was
didn't
named
recognize.
And
Okay.
she's headed.
And
is
she's
this the one-
beelining towards you.
Stilgy.
This is not the,
Scotty.
This
because-
is not Hill Stilgy.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is Scotty. Okay.
And she looks at you, plants her feet,
Blue
does this
wife.
little hip tilt,
I know.
and said, "So did your father send you here?"
Well, not exactly. No, I've been on this cruise, and we ended up at the hotel, and I'm here with my friends.
As long as your father wasn't here sending you here.
And which father are we talking about? I got 2.
Nord?
Oh, no. He did not personally ask me to come here. No.
Are you sure? Because the sisters told me that he sent you here to check up on me.
Well, then they
I
don't.
told-
it's like you was like,
Then
do you
they're
know who
wrong.
she is?
Isn't that the...
Do you know
Next-
in game
It's-
who she is?
Your character doesn't know who she is.
You
This
can
frost
ask
giant
her
just
who
walked
she-
up to you.
No, it's like, no, I have no clue.
It's like she's like, why don't you ask who? It's like, and
The
you
strange
are.
woman
And
walked.
you are
I'm your father's ex-wife, Scotty.
ex-wife. Okay.
The
You know the
sisters.
trollop that went after who
Yeah,
married Frost's dad after cheating on your dad and then dumping him.
Oh, that's Scotty.
That's Scotty.
Oh, okay. No, I had no clue who you were. No.
She kind of glares at you. She's not too bad looking. She actually her
must be
features
very
kind of
pretty.
look almost like yours if you think about the whole athletic
Like
military
military
type, but
blonde,
still
bombshell
attractive. Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
Well, she just kind of glares at you and says, "If what the sisters told me is true, that your father did send you here, tell him we're over."
Over. Oh,
He
Well,
never
like,
wanted to
just
go to the
the
mountains
sisters
with
are
me,
wrong.
and we're over. And she basically snaps on the heel and walks away from you.
No, whatever.
Dad doesn't do mountains. What? Okay, guys, that was weird.
You just had this whole weird, surreal interaction with your dad's ex-wife.
Jeez. So glad we never met before and we'll never meet again, hopefully.
Okay, so while that's going on, Trixie, what are you doing?
I'm just kind of mingling. Let's see here. The dwarfs you said had lots of jewelry.
The dwarves have lots of jewelry, lots of gold bling bling. They're each wearing an armband.
Saying nice work, boys.
Well, I thank you. Pretty sparklies you got there, too.
Thank you. I made them myself.
So, you've got a buxom bosom and skills in those hands. What else do those hands do?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Why don't you come here and stroke my beard and show me?
It's like we've only just met.
And still, you're not sitting on my knee stroking my beard yet.
What incentive other than that nice beard do I have?
I'll give you a pretty ride on my leg there.
No, I don't just ride anyone.
And that's why you'll ride me.
Oh, and why are you so special?
I'm the 23rd in succession here. I'll be king someday.
And that's supposed to impress me.
Well, if you stroke my beard, something else will come up and impress you.
Yeah, other things can come up in conversation too. I don't jump on them.
Oh, but you'll jump on this.
Not confident, are you? No, you're gonna have to sweet talk me better than that.
How about if you show me a good time, I'll give you a drink of the mead of poetry I've got.
Do I know what meat of poetry?
Go ahead and do an occult roll.
Need poetry. Is that what Shakespeare was drinking?
3.
3, you kind of remember there's a reference in Norse mythology about Odin shape-shifting and tricking dwarves, and he stole the
Drinking.
shape-shifting and stealing the mead of poetry from there's something about dwarves that made mead out of something that became the mead of poetry, and by drinking it you become like the most poetic, best liar. It's something about, it gives you the ability to lie and be poetic and
Blarney
sing.
don't.
Like permanently.
No, it's only while it's
just
in
a
effect.
temporary thing.
But Odin made you remember Odin did something impressive with it when he had it. But he had to like trick dwarves to get to it, which shows how
He'd be like
tricksy
Rodney.
Odin is.
So it would basically be you take it like a potion kind of thing, and then
It's basically mead.
you could
It's magic
pretty
mead.
much say something so powerful and impressive that like a one shot
You think?
you can it's like a natural 20,
You think it's some epic stuff that if you wanted to lie, shot of this stuff would be really good. Plus, you could actually say you drank the mead of poetry at some point in life, because not many people can say that.
But I'd have to get with him.
That's
Or
what
just-
he's implying.
It's like, well, let's see here. I'll have to think about that one.
Okay.
I might be a bit parched later.
Till then, I've got something that'll wet your whistle. You know how to whistle, don't you?
Yeah, you just put your lips together and... Oh.
And he kind of leans in for a kiss when you say that.
And I get really, really close, but I just brush the edges of his beard. You can tickle the...
Tickle the whiskers.
But then I just turn around
And
and
as
kind of
soon as you
away.
do that, ooh, dwarf brow. And he goes, whoa, whoa.
I thought they knew.
Oh, your sprites are getting spritey there.
It's like,
And he kind of and breathes right on your jewelry. We're gonna die.
hey. It's like, I don't mind you messing with me. You don't mess with my boys.
I think you got sprites. The sprite infection can be...
Infested.
I've got some bug sprayers in our room if you want to get rid of those.
It's like at that point, I literally just like, well, any drink that I'm going to have with you, I will no longer have. It's like, I will have you know that these gentlemen, though they be small, are mighty. It's like, and I will not disparage them for their size, but their hearts are bigger than anyone's here.
He kind of, nods knowingly, looks wounded, puts his hand to his chest. Me?
Boo-hoo.
It's like, come on, boys. We're going elsewhere.
And he kind of looks across the room over at Flada. Falda. I keep saying Flada. Why I keep saying Flada? And he kind of walks over to flirt with her next.
Yeah. It's like, by the way, oh no.
Go ahead.
Well,
Sarah.
no.
Go.
I know, I was wondering, see, do the accords and other type of saying with the hospitality didn't say anything about necessarily, like, pickpocketing.
Well, but
That
It's a
could
fine
be
line.
seen as an
Harming
inappropriate
yeah.
thing.
That's what I was afraid of. It's like, but you know
Are-
what? You don't
you
don't insult my boys.
Are you wanting to establish that pickpocketing is okay?
no.
I was gonna see if you
No,
had
you
that,
have to
you
track
know.
him down later.
Yeah.
And technically, your boys aren't your +4, so
No, they're not.
They're
he
not-
insulted my boys.
they're not
You're
guests.
breaking the rules.
Oh fuck! Oh shit!
What?
And he's going off the folder. What was his name?
Oh, man.
What was his name?
His name is
Scrubbles.
Scorvus.
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 And
Oh
you
my god. And charm is probably be considered an assault.
Depending on how charming you are.
Wait, does he know how many are in our group?
We arrived before him.
Yeah, you're right
Yeah.
before him.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that. He doesn't necessarily know that we're together.
That's right. He doesn't know that.
Well, I was like, Scorvus.
Okay.
One moment.
He turns around and he kind of glances back at her butt when she moves.
You know what? Would you mind coming back here for a moment?
He kind of does the whole puffs up his chest and kind of strokes his whiskers away from his lips.
Like, you couldn't resist me.
I knew you'd change your mind.
I might change my mind. And I get really close to him and stuff.
Oh, he leans right in.
Okay.
So far, you can barely feel that through his beard. You feel little hands touching your breast.
Oh,
Excuse me?
Oh, my beard has a mind of its own as the hand comes back
Yeah.
slowly to his side.
It's like, perhaps if you were to, apologize to myself and my boys, I'd be more amenable to spending time.
Oh, I would definitely apologize to your sprites as long as they're okay watching us. If not, you can always leave them in your room.
he's your husband.
I'm married to diabolical ass.
Stuck with the
What do you
dwarf.
say? You're the one putting moves on him.
Well, I just don't
He's
want
just
him-
really receptive.
and I just don't want him to mention anything to the girls, to Falda and her sister about. Because hold it, the room is locked tight,
The room's locked tight.
so
Can't get out.
I can't send them out. Because I totally didn't realize
There's
that
air
they would
conditioning
count
chute.
for the.
Air conditioning. You have to keep it cool.
It's like, because this could be considered a breach in.
Then out of character comes the question: do you really want to send your sprites running out of the place?
No, see, I don't want to do that
Until all
either.
of a sudden a pair of giant hands go smack. Oh man,
Exactly.
this place has got sprites.
That's
No.
right.
No, I would go close enough to the door or to
Well,
get them out, but
see,
It's
the
like-
thing is, when you walk towards the door and you're that close, things may seem suspicious.
Well, no.
except
if
for
you were
no,
gonna
that
send-
one
People
frost
are
giant's in the
meandering
back.
all through this room,
Yeah.
talking to each other.
Yeah.
You're actually seeing light elves and dark elves talk to each other, which is usually a fair rare thing. Usually it's fairly cold conversations, but there is some middle ground that people can discuss.
Well,
Like Vulcans and Romulans.
Discussion of elves in those Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah.
Why were there no dark
Or
elves?
Thor, Dark World.
Yeah, that's true.
We all know Braggy inspired Tolkien. Braggy came down, told Tolkien some stories about the Norse, bring the Norse back into the play. Gandalf was really Odin. That's why he didn't actually do anything himself, and he made everyone else do it. The halflings were really people, because humans are small and insignificant, look like children to our eyes.
Interesting. It's like Trixie's in a bit of a quandary here. She doesn't give it up easy.
Okay, Thora. Well, she's discussing about giving it up easy. What are you doing? Yes, you're eating hors d'oeuvres.
Yes, I'm eating hors d'oeuvres, but no. I'm going to go next to Kane, and I'm to see.
Well,
what our
Kane
next
was
step
over at the
is.
wheel. This is the exact same time as when Kane was
Oh,
breaking
This
the
is all
wheel.
happening
So
at the same time.
yeah, this is all simultaneous. These different things are all occurring. So Kane is over there breaking the wheel.
Okay then. Yeah, I guess I'm checking out the food tray, going vegetarian. I might add while I'm here.
What a clinking.
Yeah, really.
Okay, so you're basically going for the food.
Yeah, taking
Okay.
things out. I've never seen elves before, so I'm like,
Okay. So
never seen elves before.
okay, so you're just gawking at the
Yeah, I'm
the
just.
different
I wouldn't
species
say
in the room.
gawking. I'm more like observing. Like,
Okay.
hey.
So Frost, what are you doing?
Getting a drink, I guess.
You're at the beer
What kind of
line,
drink?
getting drinks,
Beer line.
drinking with all the folks that are there sitting at the beer line. Give me another.
I think like a lot of dwarves are in that line.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone passed out yet?
There's actually a dark elf that's getting really liquored up. And he's that prototypical guy at the bar who leans against you and says, "Hey, buddy, how's it doing?"
He wants to talk.
Good.
You see that guy over there? And he points to dark elf over there.
Yeah.
He's an asshole. Don't talk to that guy.
Okay.
Don't talk. No, you don't want to listen. He's an asshole. Don't talk to that guy.
Okay.
Okay.
No.
You're not an asshole, are you? Okay. So who are you?
I'm the son of Uller.
Son of Uller. That's a funny name. Is that your first name or your last name?
Last name. That's my father's name.
Shouldn't it be Ullerson then?
Yeah, that's my last name.
Oh, see, I knew that. Yeah, I knew that. and he kind of takes your drink from your hand. He's like, your drink's getting hot. You need another one. He reaches over and grabs another one to replace it. And cheers.
Gold.
Bryn, meanwhile, is hanging out at the champagne aisle, and she's like going, "Dad, my God, thank God he didn't hook up with that one."
Dodged a bullet
Yeah.
there, eh?
So what are you gonna be offering for the auction tomorrow?
I'm not part of the auction, I'm a guest.
Ah, yeah, I'm a guest too. I see, you're tricky. You don't want to say what you brought too, because we brought some awesome stuff. We went on this whole looting thing of stealing a bunch of shit.
What exactly did you steal?
There was like this awesome sword we stole from the dwarves a couple months ago. And
What's so special about it?
we don't know yet. We just stole it. It's gotta be worth something if dwarves made it right.
It's so funny.
And there's a tankard that we stole like a couple years ago. Never runs out of golden mead.
Nice.
It's great shit, man. It's great shit. Wait,
That sounds pretty good.
You're not gonna tell anybody about this, are you?
No.
Okay. So, hey, see that asshole over there?
Yeah.
You want to see pictures of his girlfriend? I got pictures of his girlfriend.
No, thanks, man.
Okay. So, you got pictures of your girlfriend?
Do you
No.
have the translucent one?
Lucy?
Whoa. Are you into guys? And he kind of steps back.
Say no, so you have a
No.
girlfriend.
I've got a
Okay,
girlfriend.
because that doesn't work for me. I'm not judging, but it just doesn't work for me.
They have a girl, and believe it or not, she's Titan's born.
I'm a dark elf, and I gotta be the pretty one in the relationship.
It'll give you street cred. Why not?
Yeah.
So who are those, babes that came with you? Are you hooking up with any of them?
No,
No? Why not?
Because you got a girlfriend.
because I've got a girlfriend.
But you don't have pictures of her?
Just say
Yeah,
Titan
you got
spawn
one.
are not as.
Titan spawn.
Don't like
Don't
it.
go that way.
You date Titan Spawn? You're not dating my sister, are you?
No.
Oh, your cup's empty. And he takes your cup again and pulls out 2 new ones.
Who's your sister?
So who is your sister?
You don't have
Is your
I don't
sister
know.
You don't have a sister? Oh, okay. I need some more drink. So, what about the one that was over there talking to the frost giant chicks?
She's trouble. Don't mess with her.
Don't.
Is
You know, the
Is
one
that
that's
one
flirting
single?
With that dwarf right now.
And he points over to Bryn across the room.
Oh, definitely don't.
No. You'll
know,
either
I'm
you'll
free.
end up in the hospital or with a
she's-
broken heart.
She's one
Or
of those
both.
type. Is she a librarian?
No.
Hey, you either
What-
end up
what-
with her like in the hospital or a broken heart or on a slab spinning around being axes thrown at you.
Yeah.
How
tell
about
tell
that
her
one? Is
her
she
last
single?
boyfriend.
You already
My
asked me
last.
that.
Already asked about that.
You
Yeah,
should
yeah,
have
yeah.
told him
The one
who
flirting
my
with the
last
dwarf right
boyfriend
now.
was.
How about that one? Is she single?
No, she's married.
So you're saying I got no chance with any of them?
Sorry, man.
No,
Not even that one?
Trevor, you
That one,
should
yeah.
say who my last boyfriend was if he wants to take a
Did you
chance.
see the guy on the wheel?
Yeah, poor son of a bitch.
That was her. That was his last girl. That was his last girlfriend.
That was her last boyfriend.
I thought the other Scion brought him in.
He did.
She
Yeah.
sold her human to another Scion to sell to give to Titan Spawn.
Didn't even sell.
That's one cold bitch.
Dark elves might like that.
They do. They're okay with slavery.
See, if this were any other game, I'd be like, "What was your alignment?"
I don't know.
Sliding quickly. It
Yeah.
doesn't really matter
Well,
what it was. It's
well,
sliding.
Just because I like you, and he grabs another drink himself because he's empty, and he mug bumps you.
Clink.
See that asshole over there? And he points to a pair of dark elves over in the corner.
Yeah.
Not the asshole on the right, but the asshole on the left.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually a girl. And by the way, when you look, you realize it's definitively a woman. There's no doubt in it. But he's just drunk. That's a girl. And she's totally single if you want the hookup. I won't tell your Titan Spawn.
I don't go that way, man.
She does tricks.
Oh. No.
Don't lose sight of your wallet.
See, it's man.
Thanks, but I've already had.
That was a
that
little
already
on the
happened
mark, I think.
Yeah.
I've already been mugged once. Nothing happened
And
again.
he's like, okay, and he grabs another mug and mug bumps you. Turns around, takes one step and falls flat on his face.
Oh,
You know, Bryn
I'm gonna
only
pick him
has
up.
one in integrity.
I'm gonna pick him up.
You're gonna pick
Check
him
your
up?
wallet.
Yeah.
You pick him up.
I'm gonna. Wait, what's the furniture there?
Basically, it's modern day reception. It's really
Couches and
lovely
settees.
looking furniture. It's one of the stuff
Yeah,
you wouldn't want it
integrity
breaking because that would be.
Is
a bit
there,
of
is
a
there an
crime.
empty couch?
obviously.
There is an empty couch,
I'm just gonna lay him there.
and as you lay him down, he kind of squeezes his arm around the back of your neck. I love you, man.
I love you, man.
I love you,
Thank
man.
you.
And as he
Thank
says it, he
you.
kind of is pointing at you with his empty mug, and you see him kind of take your mug and kind of do this tender tip into his mug.
Can I stop it?
You stop it. Okay.
Dude. You kind of
Just
had
need a
enough.
little more hair of the Fenris wolf. Oh, and you pour the rest of your drink in there?
I pour, like,
Yeah, pour the rest in there.
Sure.
Okay, thanks, man. And he just kind of sits, and he does that drunken half sitting on this couch, and you see as he's sitting there, he's holding the mug, and as his head's leaning to the side, the mug is tilting slowly, and it's just kind of pouring into his lap. And apparently Darth Vader is approaching at any moment.
Was this till
This moment was brought to you by the new Star
Oh, no,
Wars
this
coming
is
out in
just one of his
December.
just
just one of
retainers.
his
And
just one of
retainers?
his retainers.
I just put them.
Okay.
I just take the mug slowly
Okay.
and place it in my empty mug.
Hey, I love you, man.
Love you, dude. I love you, man.
And he just kind of falls asleep there, snoring. And of course, people are watching this exchange happening, and even his own group of people are looking, and they're just nodding their heads no.
Because they're assholes, apparently.
They're not. He's not one of ours. No. The
We
skin
don't know
color is a
him.
lie. He's not.
We don't
a
know him.
dark elf.
It's
no.
like, no Sharpies. No.
Yes.
They need silver sharpies.
As a white elf comes up with a white silver sharpie, draws in some white eyebrows.
I whack his hand.
Dresden. Dresden.
Like, I smack his hand. No.
Leaves a stuffed little leopard, a panther in his hands. Okay. And as you're walking away after you do that, a dark elf gentleman in really, really regal clothing. It's made, it looks like onyx crystals, the clothing. So he sparkles, but it's a dark
He doesn't
black
sparkle as much as
sparkle.
I do, though.
And he comes up and he does this regal bow. I am Talvanis, and I wish to thank you for helping our friend. He is an asshole. But he's our asshole. I would like to thank you for showing him the respect that you showed him.
Oh, nice.
May I have your name, sir?
Simon.
Simon. Thank you, Simon. And I saw that you were with the party for Loki. So, my colleagues have not dealt much with the Lysmith. As one of the Asgardians, we seem to disagree on everything since Odin stole the sun from us. So what do you think Loki's plans are with the Heart of Winter?
I don't know.
So what would you do with the Heart of Winter if you had
I haven't really thought about it.
it? Interesting. I will leave you, sir, and thank you again. And he does a polite stepward,
I make ice
backwards
with it.
bow. That's my Slurpee machine.
This slushy machine.
I make slushies.
No cones.
How to winter slushies. Really? I'm just gonna put it in my air conditioner and get free air conditioning for life.
You know, speaking of living in Arizona, it's like that would sound pretty sweet to me.
It's also the best idea yet.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
I could
I'm
totally
gonna finally
go
make
that.
it a swamp cooler that works effectively.
Exactly.
Yes, very much.
Okay, so he bows respectfully backwards and steps away, rejoining his retainers, and you can see the retainers are kind of snickering at the condition of their friend over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Kane, since your wheel went rolling off, what do you do? And the dwarf did that amazing shot that, as it's rolling, axe hit and boom.
Round and
I
round.
gave him a chance. Fate said no.
Fate has seemed to have. Yeah.
I'm gonna go mingle.
Okay, so anyone in particular you're going to go mingle with?
The frost giantesses.
The frost giantess,
Really?
not the mother-in-law. I mean, not the stepmom.
Yeah, I got a stepmom you could
Okay.
ex-stepmom
So-
you could have.
Hey, don't talk about Frost's stepmom that way.
Actually, it is. That's
Yeah.
right. If y'all want to, your stepmother's there.
She knows me.
She has not noticed you. She was busy making sure her ex wasn't stalking her. Okay. So you walk up to the giantess of her giving polite conversation.
Okay. I'll just.
Oh, hello. Aren't you adorable?
I've been told. So,
Oh, yes, sister, yes. Yes, he does seem to be adorable.
We could have just so much fun with him.
True. And it has been a long time for me, at least longer than it has been for you.
Whoa.
Perhaps, sister, you should take him for a dance.
Oh, okay.
What song is
If
playing?
they play a waltz, I love to waltz.
Ah.
I think we can arrange that. And basically she claps and she walks over to the DJ Dark Elf.
DJ Dark Elf.
And she basically whispers to him and he busts out different little...
CD.
Well, no, not CD, but record. Puts a
Go
record on.
vinyl.
But hey, they're up with the technology. They're using vinyl.
Okay.
But yes, he does have some actual folks playing instruments in the background. Thankfully, the Light Elves donated some musicians. And he basically puts on this beautiful waltzing music. So, do you take her for a waltz?
Sure.
Okay.
And just as you two go off dancing, her sister mumbles under her breath going, I believe this is the one Lucius said not to shake hands with. And giggles.
Oh, I'm not shaking his hand. I'm just holding it.
Well, no, she's not saying it to you. She's
Oh,
mumbling it under her breath as you two are
okay.
taking hand in hand and going for a dance.
Okay.
So, are you guys just having a lovely waltz?
They're playing the Merry Widow.
The Merry Widow.
Yes.
And then quite a few other couples are grouping up and dancing. You see some folks are having an enjoyable time. The dwarf says, do you want to cut a jig with me? To Trixie.
Yeah, let's see how you move.
Okay, he basically he's a horrible waltzer. And he wants to lead even though he's shorter than you. And his feet are much bigger than yours.
Tell you what, just stand on his feet. Seriously.
Without
It probably wouldn't phase him one bit. And
Yeah.
he might like the closeness.
Yeah,
Do you do that?
yeah, because think about it. Look where his head will rest.
Oh yeah, right in the between the ladies.
Yes.
Okay, all of a sudden you step on his boots and you notice he's wearing steel toes.
Thank God.
And he's like, oh,
I don't want to get stepped on by those.
you're a
She's
light
probably
one on
wearing
your toes.
stilettos, I'm sure.
You're a light one on your toes, you are. And he starts dancing. And basically it's more of he's basically bear hugging your waist, with his hands filling up your ass, and his head buried in your cleavage. And all you're hearing is
But at
muffled...
least you're not getting stepped on.
Yes, I'm not getting stepped on.
and you're basically feeling dwarf breath and beard tickling you.
You felt worse, I'm sure.
And eyebrows. Okay, so...
He's doing... motorboarding.
And Kane, when you're dancing with the giantess, what's going on?
Oh, Kane, you are so light on your feet.
For such a... She's taller.
Are you doing
Yes.
anything?
Oh, just dancing.
Okay. So a
a
nice
man
little
of few
dance
words.
happens.
Yeah.
Just like she likes.
Yes. And I dip him at the end.
She dips you and brings you back up.
Yes.
Okay, song ends. There's many golf claps in the crowd.
Where's Lucius?
He's actually over talking to the fire giant who's having a horrible time of it and making sure everyone feel this dread cloud of soot that's over his head, figuratively
Just the
speaking.
heat emanating from
Yeah,
him.
he basically, part of the tablecloth has singed that was about 4 feet away from him just because he's sitting there fuming.
Out of
'Cause-
character. He was the one that was hiding in the boat,
boat.
right?
He was the one hiding in the boat, not wanting to be in the ocean.
Yeah. Who was-
Because fire
he's got
giant
a
in
bad
water.
attitude.
Nah,
Yeah, from
He
back
was-
when,
he was
He just
also-
wanted to...
when we were in
hurt
Jersey.
things.
He was also the one in the NPC spotlight giving Lucius shit for all these plans within plans and just not go kill. He's kind of that guy of why are we here negotiating? If we want the item, why don't we just go kill them all and take the MacGuffin? He's a killer hobo.
there's
On fire.
there's always one.
I'm gonna go find Lucius.
Okay. So after the song, you're parting from your partner and heading off in Lucius' direction, who's sitting there basically sipping his champagne, complaining about how it's going flat and hot this close to him.
I wonder why.
And you basically catch wind of they're starting to have an argument that's actually getting kind of heated about the whole why are we even bothering with this? And Lucius basically is just telling him, my reasons are my own of why we're here. If your master, and of course the Frost Giant looks back, and your master has better things for us to do now.
Sir, I'm pretty sure it's Sir.
Well, he said frost giant, but you meant fire.
Fire giant. He's a fire
Okay.
giant, yes.
His opinion is that you're too stupid to understand his plan.
You said that?
You
And
walked into their
Lucius,
conversation.
you walked into the conversation, and Lucius tilts his glass up, salutes you with the glass, and says, "Exactly my point, but he's too stupid to get." And literally, the fire giant's eyebrows start flickering with
If
fire.
he goes nuts,
Just
right,
got
all
real.
gets to
Say,
go.
is there steam coming out of his ears?
Just got
Like a cartoon?
You
Yeah,
just-
sure.
You just took it manga, Mom. You just took it manga. And all of a sudden, he turns chibi, Mom.
Yeah, that's a chibi thing. You know, you get the
He goes chibi fire
and there's
giant.
lines over his head. You know, sharp.
The hashtag.
Yeah.
And basically, the giant is as soon as you're joining the conversation, square. You know, he was sitting all nonchalant. Now he's squaring up like, yeah, I'm gonna. What? Even my teammates call me stupid.
That'd be because you're stupid.
And Lucius
You
just
know,
turns towards you, and
STLLPID.
takes a sip of his, flattening champagne, and goes, "Problem is, he's too stupid to know that too.
Damn.
That's why he was sent here to babysit me." And of course, the frost giant just looks over at Lucius and goes, "Baby, want a baba?"
Oh.
I just
No,
figure if
he
he's going to share.
didn't.
I'm sure figure if he's going to share conversations and information, I'm going to share.
That's right.
Damn.
Listen up, El Stupido.
Is it enough for other of us to hear?
Well,
you and
basically,
cunning.
there's a tension that people are actually moving away from that half of the room because people are actually
It's
having
hot
a
up in there.
legitimately good mixer here, having a good time meeting people.
It's a folkmoot.
It's not often that light elves, dark elves, frost giants, other
Scions.
folks, scions, especially scions. You guys are kind of like this. Oh, how adorable!
Everyone
They
wants to-
invited scions,
And they
The part about
actually
this is-
and we can all kill them if they do something.
And here's the beautiful part. He just proved that there's a difference between intelligence and wits.
And the giant's like, "Yeah, wait, what?"
I was saying that you think fast, just not well.
And he just starts scowling at you. And Lucius just looks at you and goes, "I do believe he's not as pissed as me now."
Give it time. Give it time. You'll say something.
And
Things are starting to heat up.
Not if you'll misunderstand it.
Oh, very
Lucius takes one more sip of his champagne. You can tell he's not enjoying the taste of it. And he looks around, no tray, and then proceeds to be ashamed to waste the champagne. And he kind of and he looks at the fire giant, and he's like, "You need to cool down. You need to cool down." And he smirks as he's swirling his
I'm
champagne
laughing.
glass. And he hands the glass to you and says, "Can you take this, please? I need another drink."
Oh.
And you can tell he was thinking about splooshing someone in the
Seriously
face
thinking
with it. Especially with the flaming eyebrows. Because there's now a soot stain on the wall. As
I don't even lift my hand.
Lucius goes and gets himself another bottle of champagne and goes walking off, seeing you as a great exit for the conversation he
Can't
was
take
having.
the heat. Stand in the kitchen.
Is he starting to make the other guests very uncomfortable with the heat?
He's people are not uncomfortable, but they are pretty much. It's not. He's warming the room. He's basically just
Because you said he was
fuming.
singeing the wall.
Well, baby, he's constantly on fire.
Okay.
He generates heat. When normal people see a fire giant, they see a very dirty, soot-covered hobo that makes the room uncomfortably warm.
Okay.
Frost giants frost window panes when they walk by.
Yeah.
It's not horribly damaging environmentally speaking. It's just flavor text.
But Lucius is immune to
Yes, he
Because
is.
he's
Fire is something that he has.
grandson of
access to.
Sir.
I have no
like
immunity
in
to
myself.
I have no immunity to fire. Damn it.
As
I
you can
do.
just see, Lucius goes up, pulls champagne glass, and grabs a second champagne glass, and he's just scanning the room looking for company.
I'll continue my conversation with the fire giant.
Oh, really?
Fire giant's just looking at you, and he's just doing the occasionally clenching his fist, like, "I could take you. I could flatten your ass."
Oh, that whole look him up
Yeah,
and down.
exactly.
like,
The two
sizing
guys
him.
are doing the alpha male stare down with each other.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry, but
Kane is
winner.
gonna kick his ass in wet.
No. Fire giant has to throw the first punch. Rules. What? It's true.
It's
You
true.
can get-
Okay,
you
hold
can-
on. Do we want to fight?
No.
If you can get
Not really.
him
Well,
to-
it depends on what he wants.
Well, I'm
If I can push
I'm
it
kind
there.
of bored.
if he starts the first
You're
one,
kind of
she-
bored.
Nobody said you couldn't, insult somebody. It just said you couldn't,
I
right? Or you
figured
can't
the-
insult.
That's bad manners.
That's in
Oh.
Norse culture, in insults.
It is a
If
hospitality.
you make
Yeah.
in Norse culture, if you make a flat out insult on someone, they can call you out on it and get reparations
Yeah,
on
because
you.
well,
that's
see,
what-
Because if
so
you're
you gotta
at a
watch what
party
you say.
and you publicly call someone a stupid dumbass who sleeps with his sister, you've publicly thrown the first punch. So
Yeah.
he can respond in
So,
any
like,
way
when
he
I
wants.
was talking with Falda and I was basically ribbing her about how I tricked her about the heart, but it was all veiled, but she and I knew what we were
Yeah.
talking about.
It was a
It
polite
wasn't- it was-
insult.
It was a
polite company
It wasn't
insult.
so much an insult, so much as a ribbing.
Because
it was
pretty much if someone did a horrible insult to someone would respond by stepping up and saying, "That's a lie, take it back." And if you don't take it back publicly,
That's a
you're
fight.
throwing the first blow.
Yeah.
Well,
It's and basically I challenge you to prove you wrong, and basically there's a fight. And
So
there's,
I give
Calling
you
an
know-
idiot.
speak.
Calling an idiot.
Notice I didn't say anything directly about him.
or in public.
I was explaining
yeah.
Lucius.
Lucius's insults.
He was narrating their conversation. He wasn't throwing
he
a
was
personal derogatory comment. Neither was Lucius. Even though Lucius really doesn't give a shit about this guy, because he's basically his babysitter
Yeah.
and a snitch to make sure he's doing Cert's butt monkey work. And Lucius kind of
But
resents
see,
the butt
he's
monkey.
not smart enough to do the work, the subtle work. That's what Lucius is there
Lucius
for,
is
right?
the scalpel. Exactly.
Yeah, the okay,
This is
I
the
get
hammer.
it. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
I can.
Well, technically in this situation, he's more the shield. Lucius is the scalpel. So he's there to make sure Lucius doesn't die. Until everything's done that needs to be done. If Cert commands it. Okay?
By the way, I think the baby's running away. You might want to keep an eye on him.
And he kind of scowls at you, and he's just staring at Lucius, looking for company. He's like, that foppish tool. I don't see what Cert sees in him.
A tool.
Just like the rest of you Scions, we should kill them all.
You can try.
It's like he's standing
But
right there.
there's so many humans and so many gods sleeping with so many humans. There's so many Scions that it's an all-day affair.
Oh, don't worry. Gods aren't the only ones doing that now. And he almost throws that out like a threat at you.
Wow.
Yeah, but look at you. And I don't see a whole lot of willing participants, so that cuts the numbers way down.
And you just see his manhood just got, dick stepped on. And he just glares at you like, oh, different place, different time. You'd be soot in my fingers.
Right.
It must be fun to live in your fantasy world.
And pretty much you see him clenching his fist. He's just barely keeping his shit in check.
Dude's a stain, anyways. I'm just saying.
One
And
more.
that's a great place to wrap it up there.
Oh.
Hi, this is Kellie, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion to Ragnarok story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and RPGpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Hi, this is Jim from Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion Hero to Ragnarok podcast, and the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And I'd just like to say thank you for listening, and may fate always be on your side.